Hey guys, it's Ahmed from Recruitable University and welcome back to our third module. So we've just covered what job posting is and advertising and the different job boards or automations or tools that you can use to in order to get more candidates. We've talked about using your website, organically having candidates applying through your website on the vacancy page, going on LinkedIn, using extensions like Lead Leaper, going on different job boards like CV Library and potentially getting as many candidates for vacancies that you may have. Now we'll be looking into building and maintaining a talent pool. So how do you build and maintain a talent pool? First and foremost, what works for me and is really effective is speculative and targeted mail shot. What are mail shots? So mail shots are just sending mass emails to your candidates, sorry, of vacancies that you have, of vacancies that you're going to have in the near future, and making sure that your candidates are reached by email. I like to send out speculative emails, so sometimes keeping it generic, keeping it vague, so that way you're not narrowing down your market and it just encompasses everyone. And also at times doing it targeted mail shots where you are specifically focusing on a smaller audience of your candidates. And so mail shots are very handy, and it's proven to myself. I've built my company on doing a lot of mail shots. We do about, I would say, anything up to sort of about 1 million emails a month. I would say realistically. So we do about 200,000 odd emails a week, 200 to 250,000 emails a week. We send out speculative emails, we send out targeted emails. So and people, when you're constantly emailing people, people come back to you. Let's say you email people and they don't respond to your email. They may respond back to you a month later because they were in a position or it wasn't the right time. Your email may land on them at the right time. So there's a lot of times when I've sent emails out even to my clients and they've said to me, "You've contacted me at a perfect time. We were just recruiting and we were just looking for someone. I'm so grateful you've contacted me." So do never underestimate the power of emails. Honestly, it's really great, and I've get so many. Hey, Ahmed here. I hope you're finding value in this video. If you need any free advice or help with your recruitment agency, or you're thinking of starting your own agency but have some questions, feel free to join our weekly Q&A. You may have seen some clips from it on my page. I'll post a link in my Telegram community, which is completely free to join. I don't even need your email or phone number, and I'll personally be there to answer any of your questions. The link is down below for those of you who are interested. Now let's get back to the video. Sponsors via emails. And I think it's a lot. Again, it's not. And I know some people prefer calls, but emails, I would say definitely start with an email before you get on the phones to any of your candidates. And what happens a lot of the times also is candidates, they will say to you, "Oh, I'm a little bit busy. Can you just email me?" So they try to fob you off with an email. Once you send them an email, they can see that you are a sharp recruiter. That as soon as someone says to you, can you email me?" You said, "I've just sent you an email. I'm just giving you a follow-up call and just wondering if you managed to see my email. If you haven't, have you got a couple of minutes and I'll explain to you exactly what those vacancies were." So the emails are really good. It keeps your name fresh in their mind. So let's just say you constantly email them once a month or once every 2 weeks, you email them. And let's say 3 months later, they're looking for a position. The first company that they're going to think of is, yeah, this is the guy that emails me all the time for vacancies. I'm looking for something now. And so, yeah, so emails are really good tool to have. We'll go through CRMs and the different types of CRMs there are over the next few slides. The reason I mentioned this is we use a mailing relay, an email relay, and again, we'll go through what email relays are as well over the next few slides. Another thing of building a talent pool, not to underestimate, and it can be very boring, but it's crucial: cold calling your candidates, getting on the phones and speaking to them, putting a voice to the name that they see via email is important. Cold calling. I target my staff to do at least 150 calls a day. So imagine you're making 150 calls every single day. Even if you get 5 of those saying yes to you, that's 5 deals that you made in a day. That is a good amount. So cold calling is important. Don't get, it can be repetitive. It can be a bit daunting initially, yes, but believe me, the longer you do cold calling, the more people start to return your calls. Those cold calls will turn into warm calls, which then in turn leads to a sale and profiting. Another way of building your talent pool, headhunting, going out there, going on LinkedIn and finding talent and contacting them. Also on LinkedIn, so LinkedIn over here, and best thing to do is once you can connecting to your people, once you connect to them, you send them a message. So I can't send a message because I'm not connected to this person. So once you connect to them, send them an in-house message saying to them, hey, I just connected to you. I was just wondering if you were available for a quick call, and then get on the phone to them. Even though they may be working, they may be working for another organization, headhunt them, call them, offer them slightly better package, a better rate, offer them something better that your competitors offering them, and try to win business and try to persuade them to join your books. So headhunting is very, very important, and it's really, really proven to be successful. To the point that you find some organizations, they've literally got a department for headhunting where they've just got staff. All they do is just headhunt all day long, go on competitors' sites, go onto different websites and try to find the talent pool that they are looking for, and get their details, get their names, their numbers, and email addresses, and try to reach out to them. It's also very, very important when it comes to building a talent pool that you regularly update your talent database. Never ever get complacent and say, okay, I've got a good amount of data now, I'm going to get into making money and get into recruitment. Yes, whilst you are focusing and making money and you are focused on what in servicing your clients, don't forget the importance of updating your talent pool. I've been up, so one of my companies have been running for 3 years. For 3 years, so I've got 8 staff members on the database updating. So all they do is they update the database, make sure the talent pool are up to date. And what they do, for example, just the way I showed you on LinkedIn, how we managed to get this chap's email address using the lead leaper. So what they will be doing is just go on LinkedIn, go on, get email addresses, and once they get email addresses, populating it onto our CRMs that we are using. And then the recruitment team, their job is then to get all the cold leads that were added on from the admin team and turning them into potential sales. So what you need to do is make sure that you're constantly scraping data, whether it's from LinkedIn, various other websites that we'll be going through automations as well very shortly. And once you have that data, that if you do not have the time to constantly data scrape, because I know it can be time consuming, it could sometimes take hours and hours of just going on websites. It's boring, copy and pasting email addresses, hundreds and thousands of them. But making sure that you at least outsource this to someone else, that their duty or their literally their job role would be just purely making sure that they are just scraping email addresses, contact names, numbers from various different websites, and then you would collect them onto either an Excel sheet or a CRM. Again, is something that we'll be talking over very, very shortly. Another way of maintaining a talent pool is maintaining a good relationship with your candidates. Making sure your candidate is someone that you can speak to, someone they are very, very comfortable with, and in return, try to get referrals from your candidates. See if they got any colleagues, any friends, anyone else that they can recommend to you. Honestly, never ever underestimate the power of a referral. I've had a lady called Lisa. She referred me her friend, and her friend's been working with me literally till this very day. And so it's very, very powerful what a referral can do. It just builds automatically trust. They come to you, they know they've been told by a friend or a colleague of theirs that that you deliver, that you find that you can find work, that you've got extensive knowledge in the recruitment space, and it just builds that trust. They are very comfortable to sending their CVs, sharing their personal details with you, because they know that you are someone that has been referred to them. So always ask on every I can't reiterate this enough. Always ask on every single call, on every single person that you speak to, a referral. And absolutely, you are more likely to get a referral from someone that you've built a good relationship with rather than a cold call. Even though, do not underestimate that too. Sometimes on a cold call, a candidate is not available. They've not got the capacity, they've not got the time to work with you. But what they say to you is, I'm not available. My friend Janet or my friend Joe, he's available for work. This is his details. Feel free to reach out to him. Once you reach out to Joe or Janet, they prove to be an absolute gem and they'll be working with your agency for God knows how long. So it's very, very sometimes underrated. Some people just don't bother asking, but asking a referral honestly makes a huge, huge difference and it can really, really prove to be successful. Another way of, I would say, building a talent pool, data scraping. Data scraping, again, it can be a bit boring. So that's what these are some of these tasks I would personally say to you is understand it, know it, master it, and then outsource it to someone else. Data scraping, going on online. So for example, it depends what niche you want to get into. And if you want to get into, let's just say, for example, healthcare recruitment, go on the hospitals, go on to different, you go on hospitals, go on to GP surgeries, go on to trust websites, go on to clinics, go on their pages where it says candidates that work for them, find out the name of the candidates, go on to go on to sorry LinkedIn and try to find their LinkedIn page. Once you find a LinkedIn page, use extensions like Lead Leaper, scrape their email addresses and their contact details. And you've got also things like automations and bots. Honestly, these work fantastic. So again, this is something that you may is it can be a bit technical and it's not a must, but it can be very cheap as well. So you can find a guy on Fiverr or on Upworks on people per hour, and you can just say, can you create me an automation or a bot that just scrapes email addresses and names and numbers from websites, and he'll just give you a command. He'll give you a little tutorial on how to use it, and you just copy and paste an email address. Copy and paste the website on there, and you can literally scrape hundreds and hundreds and thousands of email addresses. So data is really, really important. It's literally the value of your business. The more you work on it, the more you maintain your database. And I mentioned earlier the importance of updating your database. And what I mean by that is constantly adding on new people and removing people. And how do you know who to remove from your database? Anyone that contacts you that says to you, I'm not interested and I'm not in this field, you could remove them. Anyone that says to you, I've retired, I'm no longer in this space, you could just remove them from your database. Anyone also that says to you, I'm not interested and I would not like to be contacted by law, you've got to remove those people. But you do not want to have anyone on your database who's not willing to work. So constantly data scrape, go on job boards, go on LinkedIn, automation bots. There's so many different ways of referrals, your own websites. There's so many different ways of acquiring candidates. And candidates, honestly, if you are in the right market, if you got a candidate, 9 out of 10 times you can place them for a really, really good finder's fee. If you're in the healthcare industry, if you're in the IT sector, if you're in the engineering space, if you've got candidates in these markets, you'll find clients left, right, and center. And we'll be going through how to find clients and how to acquire those as well. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.